It's just somebody's fat boy swag. 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 It's just somebody's fat boy swag.
Hey social media fans, it's your boy Eugen B. Welcome back to our growing YouTube channel where we drop dope new content every single Thursday. If you haven't done so already, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit the bell so you don't miss any of our episodes, alright? Cool. Right. So today we're going to be talking about health and fitness. So if you follow me on my social media pages, on my Instagram and my Facebook, you probably see my daily accountability posts now. Don't judge me, a couple of days ago I ain't been posting like I usually do. But you probably see me post the accountability post of me actually working out and doing my physical routine every single day. And that holds me accountable. It also helps me to stay online with my fitness. So if you're wondering why I do this, it's not because I'm just wanting to post it. I do this to really stay accountable and to help me throughout my my diet and my exercise plan, because a few years back I was diagnosed with gout, so severe gout. And so if you're wondering what gout is, it's a complex form of arthritis that can affect anyone. So I used to think that it was only because it was old people that it affected. I was like, I shouldn't be having no gout. I'm not old. But no, it can affect anyone, and it's usually the tenderness in the joints, and you get these inflammation, these huge flare-ups, and they pretty much happen suddenly. So it usually wakes me up in the middle of the night, and it's like this sensation that my toes and my legs and my feet are like on fire. Even the weight of the sheets can be intolerable sometimes. It's that bad. So like you can't even touch it. So it's intense pain. I've never felt a pain like this in my entire life. So it usually affects the joints in the big toe, but they can pretty much occur anywhere. I've done research, and it says that it can happen in your knees, your ankles, your elbows, your wrists, your fingers. And it's usually the most severe within the first 4 to 12 hours. So with me, it's a lingering discomfort. The last time that I had a gout attack, it lasted for almost a month. I had 2 back to back. And I hadn't had one in like 2 years prior to. So usually when that happens, again, like I said, it's swollen, tender, warm, and red, and you have limited range of motion. Like I'm literally in a wheelchair, on a walker, or on a cane, or in my boot. So I don't really post those things, but that's what happens behind the scenes. So if you don't go to the doctor, it can lead to worsened pain, and it could also affect your or permanently damage your joints and things like that. So definitely, if you do get a gout attack or you think that you're getting one, definitely go and see a doctor. By no means am I a doctor or a trained specialist in this. I'm just kind of sharing with you my experiences of what has happened and how I kind of manage it. And so if you're wondering what a gout attack is, it's usually when your urate crystals form in your joints. And so your body produces uric acid when it breaks down purines, which are basically like substances that are found naturally in your body. But purines are also found in certain foods that you eat. So that's why gout is sometimes called the rich man's disease, because it's in steak and organ meats and seafoods and things like that, or alcoholic beverages, or sweetened juices and things like that. And so those are the type of foods that promote gout. So normally uric acid dissolves in your blood and it passes through your kidneys into your urine. But sometimes either your body produces too much uric acid or your kidneys excrete too little uric acid, which means that it's a buildup forming those sharp needle-like crystals in your joints or surrounding tissue that causes the inflammation and the swelling. And so, there's a lot of risk factors going into this, and you're probably like, well, how do I know if I'm developing gout and all this stuff? By no means, again, I am not a doctor, okay? I'm just telling you some of the things that I've learned over the years with researching this, but your diet has a huge piece in this, right? So if you eat meats, or your diet is rich with meats and things like that, or high fructose drinks, or alcohol consumption, or those organ foods and things like that, those are going to cause you to have more gout flare-ups. Also, obesity. I represent for the big and tall brothers, so I am a little bit overweight. But that also produces more uric acid in your kidneys, and and over time it can lead to other medical conditions. So if you have underlying medical issues, such as diseases like chronic diabetes, or blood pressure, or untreated high blood pressure, or metabolic syndromes and kidney and heart disease, those are some of the things that will also cause it as well. It could be caused by medications that you may be on. It's a number of things. So definitely, I hope that you guys are going to your doctors and your physicians and things like that if you are experiencing any of this stuff. It can also be brought on by your family history. So my grandmother suffered from gout all of her life, and so at around 30 years old is when I started developing these symptoms. And age and sex goes into it as well. So it's primary in men because women tend to have a lower uric acid level. But after menopause, women's uric acid levels, they often increase. So men are more likely to develop gout earlier, usually between, like I said, the ages of 30 and 50, whereas women generally develop those signs and symptoms after menopause. So those are some things that I've just learned after doing my research. And things like that. So that is why I try to work out daily and try to maintain somewhat of a sensible diet. So as many of you know, I post my accountability posts and I post my accountability partners on my stories on Instagram and on Facebook. And so I have to give a shout out to my good friend Tashina, who pushed me to start incorporating jogging and running into my daily routine. And I've really seen some great results from incorporating this running into my regimen. And I kind of compare this to like CrossFit. CrossFit, you're constantly changing things up. It helps you to maintain your weight loss and to improve and things like that. And so that's what I want to do with my weight loss and with my physical fitness journey. I'm not doing this exclusively for weight loss or to look better and all that stuff. I'm really doing this so that I can maintain, and not have these gout flare-ups and things like that. I mean, I have a young child. I'm still young myself. I don't want to be in a wheelchair or unable to walk just because I'm just not taking care of myself. So I get out there and I do my little runs daily. And if I don't get out there daily, I do make it up by going out there on like a Saturday or Sunday or doubling up or whatever the case may be, because I just want to stay consistent. So posting those accountability posts helps me to do that. So I know they probably get on your nerves sometimes. Here you go again with another accountability post. But just know where that's coming from. Like I have to do this in order to live. That's the reality of it. And I know it sounds dramatic, but I literally tell myself, if you don't get out here and do this, you will not be able to walk. Like, I'm just going to take you guys kind of on my little journey today. We're going to take you out there to the park where I usually do my workouts, and just have you kind of go along with me. And we just going to make a whole little video out of it, right? So I hope that you guys enjoy it. By no means am I an expert or anything like that. But I do, if you are suffering from gout or anything like that, or if you're having some underlying health issues and things like that, we definitely want to address it. And definitely give you the best advice that I can to definitely address it and go to the doctor. Go stay with your physician, for real. Stay on top of it. All right, guys. So we'll see you at the park, and we're going to get this thing in. We're going to get it cracking. Peace. Hey, what's going on, social media fans? So this is where it goes down every time I come out here and I do my accountability posts. So you guys are going to come with me on an in-depth tour of what I do in my daily workouts, okay? So we're going to go ahead and jump on into it. Let's go. So the first thing that I do is about 1 mile to 2 miles of running and jogging, and I do about 5 increments of jogging. Another element to my workout routine is my resistance bands. I got these from Amazon since I can't go to the gym right now. I'm still scared of COVID, y'all. I'm still scared of COVID.
So instead of me going to work out at the gym, I work out with these resistance bands to work out my chest and my arms. By no means am I expert by any sense of the word. I'm just showing you what I do on my day-to-day exercise. So I'm going to show you guys how to use these with a couple of exercises that I do. Let's get into it. So I start out with pull-ups to warm up my muscles, and I do around 50 of these. I'm not going to do them all. I'm just going to show you what I do whenever I'm pulling up. So as you can see, I can feel it all in my chest. I can feel it in my arms and my back, and all over my upper body. And I really need to work that upper body because I have no upper body strength at all. But one of my problem areas is my gut. I got a big gut. So I do some workouts with the resistance bands that tighten up the core and tighten up my sides. So I do about 100 of these twists. On a good day, I can get to around 150. And while I'm doing this exercise, I can definitely feel it. I can feel it all in my midsection, as well as my sides. And I've actually seen some results, from doing this exercise. And so, I can definitely see the results in my sides and in my stomach. So I have to keep reminding myself that it took 30 years to get it on. It's probably going to take around 30 months to get it off with hard work and dedication. But I keep telling myself this because I always want immediate results, and I just have to realize that it takes time. So this is a shorter and tighter resistance band that I use with my truck. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I put it around the roof rack of my truck, and I squat down so that while I'm working my arms and my chest, I can build the strength that's in my legs and, my midsection and everything. And so the legs are little, but the midsection is big. So, I'm trying to build it up. But you think that it'd be strong with me holding up so much. So I do around 30 of these. While you're squatting, you also can feel the tightening in your core and in your glutes. And I just keep going. So sometimes I can even do more than 30. On this one, I squat down again, and this is the next exercise where I flex my body weight to my left leg. You start to immediately feel, the burn in your thigh, building your muscles in your leg, your calf muscles. And I do approximately 20 reps of this on my left leg. And when you do about 20 of these, you're going to feel it. So it's working the inner thigh all the way around to the glutes again. And everything is working. So you definitely feel it the next day. So you switch to the next leg, and you basically rinse and repeat. If you want to get a little fancy with it, you can start the pull out while you're doing your pull-ups. All right, so that's pretty much a day in the life of my workouts. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys around next week, next Thursday, when we drop dope new content on our growing YouTube channel. Okay, guys, so keep running up the likes and sharing the videos and subscribing to the show. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's fat